Hello and welcome to my stream. My name is Little and today I'm going to do something a little bit differently. Because when I played games where there was no voice acting, my viewers always were really excited when I was starting to do little voices and stuff. And then I was thinking like, I don't always have to play games, so why not read something to my viewers when they enjoy to listen to my voices and when I enjoy doing them. I was thinking, what could I read? And yeah, we are just staring at the unofficial Homestuck collection. If you don't know what Homestuck is, it's this comic from the early 2010s, which was really huge. So huge, in fact, that everyone told me that it's so cringe. That got me interested in it, so I checked it out last year. And I must say they are wrong. The comic is not perfect, but it's not cringe at all. It's actually really cool. Has some really cool ideas and tells a really good story, and the music in this comic is godlike. You will see this because this comic is kinda interactive and multimedia. It kinda only works on the internet. It's hard to explain, you will see. And yeah, it's not without flaws, but we will come to that. The comic is still available in the internet, but the comic is largely Flash-based, and in the year of 2023, hello Stack, the Flash is already shut off because of the security leak it had, so I'm using this offline browser instead. This is made from fans for fans. It's like a whole browser that delivers Homestuck like it was in the years of 2009 to 2016 when it ran. I will probably link to it in my video description on YouTube. So I already read the comics, but I won't spoil anything, of course. So I think this has been it. I think I can now start to read the comic, and yeah, although you probably will see my screen in the background and the screen chat and the Twitch chat, I kinda had to do that because I have to get my screen on and I couldn't figure out to get the stream chat on top. I have to work on this next time, but I will try to make the window a little bit larger so that you don't have to see everything here. Hello, Bobani. Okay, if you don't know Homestuck, just know it will start a little slow. Now let's see where these 2 hours will take us. Begin adventure. A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April 2009, is this young man's birthday. So it was 13 years ago he was given life, and it is only today he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? As you can see down here, it's a 13th April of 2009. That was literally the day Homestuck started. And if you look down there often are several images a day. And now, what I still have to say, at the beginning, the readers of the comic were allowed to put in stuff and suggestions, so there will be a lot of shenanigans at the beginning. And look here in the background, we see this game, which I really don't know how we shall pronounce it. In my head I was always pronounced it as suburb, and I probably will pronounce it as that, even though it probably will be more like a spurb or something, but suburb sounds better. And it's a beta of it. Well, let's enter a name for him. And of course, the people choose Suesmill. Poop Lord. Try again, smartass. Yeah, the characters actually couldn't be named, they have canon names. This one is John Egbert. Please tell me, by the way, if the stream isn't working correctly. But I was trying it out and it should work. Examine room. Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore. And are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? I really like to look at this room now, because now that I know the comic, I see some foreshadowing and stuff. Like the hammer here. Or the tree. Dream's working, I can remember this part from years ago. Let's see if we can get to Act 1 today. John, quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Yes, this is clearly a joke from the readers because his sprite is drawn without arms. Your arms are in your magic chest, poop lord. Remove cake from magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John, quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You capture them in your Sylladex. You have no idea what that actually means though. There are other items in the chest. Yeah, remember the Sylladex. This will be like a running joke in the whole comic. John, examine contents of chest. So what do we have here? I mean, I can just read it. I don't have to look at it and then read it. In here you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. Geraldina, lass das. One moment please, my cat is... You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms, currently captured in your Sylladex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's head, 1 pair of beagle pass glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sasaka's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery, and 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Caveney. Some of the stuff may come in handy at some point. For now you decide to just take the smoke pellets. John, capture log smoke pellets. You stow the smoke pellets on 1 of your capture log cards in your Sylladex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you are starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty capture log cards remaining. John, equip fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is a verb coproseptic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you can access the fake arms. The card is underneath the one you just used to capture log the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms. But this is probably unadvisable, since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Sylladex fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. You were never all that great with data structures and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Sylladex with a little more experience. Yes, like I said, this will be a running joke. The way the inventory works is the most complicated and dumb stuff that you have ever seen. John, examine problem slurs poster. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. So if you go here, you will get to a link. Oh, there's an official poster, as we can see. It closes. There's a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. John, read note on drawer. Happy birthday, son. I'm so proud of you. This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colonnes. I don't actually know how to pronounce this word in English because I only know it in French and there it's colonne. Besides the note is a rolled up poster. John takes the poster. It's a pretty cool poster. I'm pretty sure Problem Slurs is one of Andrew Hussey's other webcomics that he did before he did Homestuck. What is he doing today, by the way? I think he scammed the fandom out of a ton of money or something. It was a really big shit show, I think. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. John, acquire hammer and nails. They will come in handy. Oh yeah, we were seeing them on the floor earlier. You first place a hammer into your cellar decks, but now all of your capture cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails? You guess it doesn't hurt to try. John, take nails. Now we learned what happened. You capture 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they are probably completely useless anyway, but you probably don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you now feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. John, squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk. Yes, very, very meaningful. By the way, tell me if I'm reading too quickly. I'm trying to read slowly. This is the dumbest idea you had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. I will leave my drink out because when I'm reading I need to drink more. John, combine the nails and hammer. You merge the top 2 cards. The hammer and nails are now capture log on the same card and can be used together. John, use hammer nails on poster. You use the hammer and nails card in conjunction with the card beneath it. John, nail poster to wall. It's a little monster's poster. You use the hammer, nails and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious, exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. John, examine Con Air poster. Put the bunny back in the box. I said put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? This is a scene from the movie, right? Yeah. Can I show this or will this flag me? We better not watch this video because I don't know what YouTube will do with it. Or Twitch. But you can just watch Con Air and see the scene for yourself. John, examine Deep Impact poster. Wagon 3, sorry, I'm just hearing an ambulance, I was thinking. What was this sound? Morgan Freeman's genteel homespun mannerism were perfect qualities for a president presiding over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypses fascinate you, plus a black president? Now you've seen everything. Although Morgan Freeman is genuinely a really good actor. John, examine calendar. You've marked your birthday, the 30th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted suburb beta launch. I think if you click it, this we kinda get the Homestuck beta, and this was just Homestuck done in MS Paint and only lasted for 3 days or something, though we don't have to do this. Yeah, he was then doing it in Flash, as we can see. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. John, eat cake. You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Synodex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. John, examine incoming message. This desktop is so like early 2010s to me. Like I totally feel at home when I see this. We had our system, we had whatever this is. We had our ICQ, this is a pester jam here. Here John was messing with, like, I don't think this was with the JPEGs or something, I don't know. But like, I love it. You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper which you made yourself. You are really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming, sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your PestaCharm application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. John, open PestaCharm. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. Here we can see 3 of them here. Turntail Godhead, Tentacle Therapist, and Garden Gnostic. And John is ectobiologist. John, open message. And now this is something that you have to get used to, the pesta logs. A whole lot of this comic is delivered between chat logs. Turntail Godhead TG began pestering ectobiologist EB at 16:13. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today? I got a Little Monsters poster, it's so awesome. I'm going to watch it again today, the apple juice scene was so funny. Oh hell, that is such a coincidence, I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet, it is like fucking Christmas up in here. Okay, that's fine, but I just have one question, and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters, starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage, but the seal on the bottle is unbroken? Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory? All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain numb nuts. Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous. It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice. Okay, I can accept that. Monster Beatles celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet? No. Did you? Man, I got 2 copies already. But I don't care, I'm not going to play it or anything, the game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro? Game Bro is a joke, and we both know it. Yeah. Why don't you get chopped your mail? Maybe it's there now. Alright. John, look out window. Ah, there's my drink. Look at all the movies here. Okay, actually no deep impact. You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terrible probably gentleman at all. And there, beside your driveway, is a mailbox. John, examine mailbox. He's so happy to see it. That little red arm swingy dealy thing, or whatever it is called, is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. The red flippy lever thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be here. John, go outside and check mailbox. I'm already stumbling over my tongue. I really want to read 8,000 pages of this. You are about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh great, he is beating you to the mail. John, forget it. Check mail later. If you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you are trapped in this room. Stuck, if you will, in a sense which possibly borders on the titular. Ha, title drop. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever deals of harassment and perpetuity. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. John, examine games on CD-Rack. You've put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. I was just saying, where are they? We have to click on them. Bard Quest, the Caper Havens. Come on. Problem Sleuths. And it don't stop. I don't think all of them exist. Ghostbusters 2 MMORPG. Did this exist? Sometimes you feel like you're trapped in your room, stuck, even mood. Harry Anderson. Call my bluff. Okay, we looked at every game. John, read Colonel Sesek has daunting text. It's such a big book. You decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, the thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to capture log it. You are not sure you are ready to logjam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. John, capture log fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh Jesus, in a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally capture Loke's arms again. John, set pester chum status to bully. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to Vancouver's, but you still feel the pester chum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh right, you forgot, your chum is still pestering you. Mood is chummy, palsy, chipper, bully. What is this? Can't really see it. Vancouver's. And Vancouver's is the only one that's really bad. Okay, John, answer chum. Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's making on me so hard all the time I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything. Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I'm attracted to you. Thank you, Jakey. Hey ha. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has a mail and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. It's so frustrating. What's your modus? What? How do you retrieve artifacts from it? Oh, like one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in, something falls out. Stack? Ha 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 ha. What is yours? Hash map. My bot taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome. What the hell is that? You should probably brush up on your data structures, I guess. Did you at least allocate your strive specibus? No. It could free up a card for you. Plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle, which is never. What have you got? Well, I got a hammer, but it's strapped under some arms. Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to be the specibus. How? I don't know, just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works. John, combine fake arms with cake. You stick the fake arms and the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You are sure Colonel Susaka would know the precise index of elevated hilarity. Okay, I agree, this really is 300% more hilarious. Oh, believe me, I had to look into the dictionary all the time because this comic is really teaching you a lot of new words. But the strive specibus is actually just a fantasy word, as well as a Silodex. John, allocate hammer to strive specibus. Hammer kind. You check the back of your strive specibus for the kind abstratus you have in mind for it. John, select hammer. Your strive specibus has been allocated with the hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your capture log deck to your strive deck. The first few pages of Homestuck is just a whole lot of world building actually, but it's pretty important for the rest of the comic, so we have to get through it. John, report progress to TG. Okay, I did it. Hammer kind? Yeah. Okay, that will be the permanent allocation for your specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that. Hope you like hammers, dude. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant. John, capture Colonel's big book. Now that you've got some space in your Silodex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present some convenience. John, examine Game Bro magazine. Game Bro Suburb, why the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff I like. That's better. Isn't that every gaming review ever? John, read article. So okay, Suburb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped off. And this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah man, I'll write something. But I don't know, I'm like, oh this is about houses or some noise. That's fine, I'm sure there's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some process. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to trash anything? As trash I mean. While you are playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from bursting out and I quote, the mad stunts all rigged up ins? Know what I'm saying, though, Yoma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 heads out of 5 heads to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were going to chill in front of the Dark Knight and he was so spiked of it, y'all. So this one time he was leaning against the screen door and the shit popped open and the back deck was wet and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess his thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch Dark Knight on account of one trucking his ball and candy as girls to the hospital. But at school I still got another watch in me, Brutal Wonder. Bro notes, Dennis was so wasted, haha, I mean damn. Waiting for supper up. Yeah, totally worthless article. John, capture no game bro. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. John, capture load Magician's Head. You expand your final card on the Magician's Head. John, get funny glasses too. You don't have a free card in your Stiller decks, however, you are able to merge the Beagle Pass with the Magician's Head to create a clever disguise. Yes, we all know this disguise, it's used in movies and cartoons everywhere. John, wear disguise to fool Dad. John, who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been nor ever will be. Yes, this is a really shitty disguise. When you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. Beagle Pass, yes. John, leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fella who knows how to have a loss. A man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many Hello Toms of Egypt that this is not. You're not sure about that though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture such brazen assumption. John, go downstairs. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostril. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the convenings of your arch nemesis, Betty Crocker. You know Betty Crocker is, yeah, the brand and fictional character from those instant baking thingies. Thanks Wikipedia. And the rich buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. John, admire harlequins. Or harlequins, I think you are not saying the... But I like saying it with a queen sound because it sounds better. Ah, my German roots are coming through. You check out the shelf list of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night pray for burglars. Did I forget to retake it? Oops, let me put this. Yeah, I forgot to retake it. Okay. Thank you for telling me. Wait, there. Yeah, now you see how my streaming setup is looking. Okay, let me read again. You check out the shelf of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night, you pray for burglars. Well, this is pretty mean, but I mean he's 13 and we know 13 years old all hate their parents. John, examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire because that's what fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it. Categorically at all times without exception. Its domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds a home was the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an offensive, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun, Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that. John, toss Game Bro into fire. This was a good thing to do. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. For big ups to Mother Earth, yo. John, fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a letter, an unabridged Colonel Sassacus. He never wants to talk about it. John, topple urn. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn. Ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a ritual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. John, combine father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. John examines oversized gift. Champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. John, open large present. Oh, hell no. It's a really big harlequin doll. John, capture ashes. First, you prop the harlequin doll up on the couch. Having it in the middle of the floor sprawled out all akimbo like that vacuous unseemly. You capture the ashes to your available card. John, combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ashes back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you just used a broom and dustpan. John, put urn back. No one will be the wiser. Except maybe for people with eyes. John, go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture them. Looks like Pester Chum's acting up again. John, examine third and fourth walls of room. Yeah, this is the ones that we haven't seen yet. Wait. There are some more posters. Today there would be a Gonchov poster somewhere, but this was long before Gonchov existed. Hey Armageddon, I also saw that movie. John, check Pester Chum. Another one of your chums is messaging you. Tentacle therapist. John, check message. TT, I understand you have recently come into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game War magazine. That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar. And you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever. I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks. Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to go get it from him, so be right back. John, what? You are wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous. No, why would you even think that? That's so stupid. Okay, why don't you go get the game from your father? Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, I just have to fill it out. Joking, I was wearing funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha. I know, John. John, go back downstairs. You can now execute the brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. John, attach arms to doll. You don't care what Colonel Sasaka says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. John, inspect burnt paper on the floor. Toblerone. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. Why do I find this so hilarious? John, throw present up in fire. As long as you are cleaning up. John, capture doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big at wheel. Besides, you don't even want it. John, read Colonel Sasaka's text. Hell's bells, we are having a mighty sporting time of it. Hold fast, my intrepid fellow pranksmiths. We've merely nicked the mahogany of our gaping chests. If I may direct the incisive oval of your beagle path to the wiggling frequency of wobberbugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, pliable pests, and every such order and filler of creepy crawly. Land sakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. In further exhibits, we shall dwell on artifacts useful to your exploits. Is your peppy SWAT and real handy? What about a bit of iron cord? So it shouldn't prove elusive. Bring those whizzing rascals to life and set the nerves of some old maid to the wreck of Hesperus. Do you have a bothersome aunt who never seems troubled to find ways with your sunny afternoons? A broad splintery fence, a bucket of whitewash, perhaps? My gum, you'll fix her wagon. And what of the tawny gent who puts his lackadaisical leans near the Sarsaparilla fond? You'll have that listless octoroon find the spring in the step just yet. Okay, I, only got 50% of this text. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now. This text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. John, find Dad and retrieve mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which a smell of baking wafts. A powerful aroma which would lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. It could be in either room. Where will you go? John, go in the study. It doesn't look like he's in here right now. We can look at the room for a little bit. The piano, the pipe, some cards, a safe, a lot of Harlequin posters. John, examine Father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a straight Capcello card. There's also a can of peanuts on the desk. Haha, oh Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. John, upgrade costume with head from head back. You strap the magician's head with a bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. John, combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipes though, the first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy. John, examine Capcello card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your silly... John, Capcello card. Ah! And now, John, play Haunting Piano Refrain. So if there's an S in the beginning, then there will always be an animation normally with music. Page including sound were preceded by S in the command, yes. Let's hear him play a little bit. Wait for it. What he plays is actually a leitmotif. You will recognize the song. And it's over. We can play it again if we go here, but we don't want to do this, so Jen, play 52 pickup. But if you ever want me to repeat an animation, just tell me and I will repeat it for you. You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid, look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there sure is getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their score. Tom, attempt to leave the house. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before launching headlong into a dead encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial. Though I don't know the commercial, don't know if it's real or if he made it up, so if anyone recognizes commercial, feel free to tell me. But it would have been an American one anyway, because the story takes place in the USA. John, exit. You exit the house. John, check mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You have already been scooped by your father. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if praising the honor of a Capri or say a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation place to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest late fan, a repertoire of an unseen riddler. One to engender a sense of mirth but of lack, with coarse car schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. As riddle is absent itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection receiving one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is a most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little visions and increases great ones. As wind extinguishes candles and fans fire, Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that, 100% positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. John, leave a surprise for the mailman. No! John, see if your father left the mail in the car. The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There's also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take the stuff inside. John, spy in the kitchen. You try to get the gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass has steamed up. God, you're so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there, including among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. John, go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. John, enter. This is actually one of my favorite songs in the comic. And also, if we go here, we will go to the music and can get, sometimes we are getting creator comments, like here. But we won't do this now. We want to move on with the pages. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields the dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There's only one way to settle this. Strife. And now we have a bit of flesh. We can do agree or abjure, so let's do agree first. Or abjure. Yes, there were a lot of words that I learned while reading this comic. I had no clue that agree or abjure words, but they are. Let's just do the music a little longer. Oh, it's already over. You probably noticed that it's the same leitmotif as the piano from earlier. John, retrieve the package and speak to your room. You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. Oh, sorry, is the music too loud? Let me put the music down then. Oh yeah, it's on 100. This should be better. You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandies yet another artifact of confection. The man is useless. You better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. John, equip disguise for defense. The Beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the threat. Looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case. Yeah, we are seeing it down there. John, capture Loke Python. You take Python and unequip the Beagle Pass. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card. The smoke products are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were. Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. John takes a cake. When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The great forces Colonel Sessager's text out of your Sylladex. Sessager, you beautiful bastard. Now your chance. Now the dad is busy placating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. John, take PDA. You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come handy later. Your spare capture log card is forced out of the Sylladex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. John, take package. This red package is addressed to you. John, take envelope. You got the suburb beta. And also those guys got out. John, exit kitchen. John, get cake on couch. You capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. John, combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. You then make the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Sylladex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? John, retreat upstairs. You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You are going to need something to clean up the mess you are about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is a bathroom. To the right is your dad's room. It is locked and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. Male cake, yes. John, go to bathroom and grab a towel. You enter the bathroom. You can see your backyard from the window. The jewel in its crown is a swing set which has provided you with years of joy. There's also a spring-mounted pogo ride which has been responsible for more than one painful injury and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. John, remove PDA, envelope, and package from cake. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. John, retrieve your items. The items force a manhandle cake into the toilet. And just like that, your Sylladex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. John, go to bedroom. John, admire failure to launch poster. Even though the pistol charm is blinking. You are not usually into chick flicks, but Messrs. McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture the little girl. Jokes up. Now imagine she's right. You got us, Matthew. The smooth talking is posed over the latent racism. Damn, you are good. Yeah, but to defend the movie and also the book it's based on, this was in the 80s, and yeah, racism is bad today again, but it was really bad back then too. Why are we going back to the 80s? John, check pasta charm. Why is this with music? Show pasta log. Garden Gnostic GG began pestering ectobiologist EB at 1634. Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello? Oh, okay, I will talk to you later. Garden Gnostic ceased pestering ectobiologist at 1656. Tante Gottlieb began pestering ectobiologist at 1640. Hey, Gigi is looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing? Turntail Gottlieb TT is now an idle chum. I discovered a comet that is going to destroy the Earth and it was named after me. Now I'm famous and everyone wants to talk to me a lot. No, stop, just no. Don't talk about your awful stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man will crush on McConaughey is an unsavory Singapore. McConaughey. Sounds like a noise a horse would make. Yay, dump. Equally dump are all those pictures of the clown you've got hanging up. Those are my dad's. I was talking about Nick Cage. Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet. Haha, so lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it? Ha ha ha. I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you for your birthday? No, those are awesome. What? No, they're stupid, which was a joke. The ironic joke, get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you? I'm wearing them ironically. Because they are awesome. The fact that they are ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen. Do you realize the touch still has weird sort of gaunt face at some point? Ooh yeah, oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail? Yeah? Did there happen to be a package there? Yeah, there's a big red one. You should probably open it. I would, but it's trapped under the support beta, so I will probably open it after install the beta. Oh man, the beta came. Yeah, wanna play it? Haha, no way. Why not? It sounds so hells of boring, just get TT to play it, she is all about that. Where did she go? The internet is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Kristen is sidecar, you're still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude. You need to bone up on your data structures, that shit is just ridiculous. Okay, I will. John, open browser and go to mspaintadventures.com. This was the original Homestuck website, MS Paint Adventures. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Tiffius web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. John installs a subweb beta. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta. Wait, I'm pretty sure you pronounce this as meta, so are you pronouncing it beta instead of beta? Shit, I hate English. You insert the CD installs the subweb beta. I mean, I guess it comes from the Greek alphabet, so it must be beta. Why was nobody telling me? Subweb version 1.0.0. Skynet Systems Incorporated. All rights reserved. Subweb client is running. Waiting for server to establish connection. What the fuck is this? John, bone up on data structures. You go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides. John, read data structures book. Data structures for assholes. Your ignorance just made me stir up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free fetch modus on back. You're not sure you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of ornery. Maybe you just take out that free modus instead. John, get free fetch modus. You turn to the back and side cover where free fetch modus is included in the plastic sleeve. Okay, I'll become so beta is correct if you are saying it as American, thank you. This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure operating on a first in, first out method rather than first in, last out method of a stack. John, apply fetch modus to Sylladex. Items capture log in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for items on upper cards to be pushed back to it. For instance, the web package is now inaccessible. You can only use the Razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance though. John, switch back to stack modus. You suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you ever had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract and you prefer not to think about it too much. John, put down Razor. Put it down? You're not quite sure you understand. John, pick up 2 items. You capture log 1 of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. They're great. John, get other cake. And it fell out. Or it was pushed out, as we see. The second cake causes a Razor to launch out the front of your Sylladex. Oh, good lord, the beautiful face! You wish the Razor would have failed to launch. John, get more stuff. You open your magic chest and capture log 1 of your favorite books of all time, Wise Guy by Mike Caveney. There goes the fresh towel. John, might as well grab those cuffs. Ouch. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet. Oh, god damn it. John, open up the package. 2 EB from TG. You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packing tape, so you'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, a Razor. It's also simple. You wonder why you didn't. John, get Razor. Ouch. John, pick up package again. Let's take this from the top. John, capture glass shards. Now they are open. I found this part hilarious too at the beginning because it's just his own inventory system is actively working against him. You will take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Silodex rains devastation on your room from above. And now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that again anytime soon. You should probably go get that stuff before you forget. John, use the razor on the red package. You open the package, there's something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly. It is a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovic's cyber survivors while taunting Hardluck protagonist Cameron Poe, and strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the suit of a burning vigor stripped by Katie Poe and offered to his daughter, a gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, it is not merely like that bunny. According to this note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. So yeah, this is from this Con Air movie, which John is a big fan of. John, check status of supper beta. Beta, I mean. It looks like your computer is trying to get your attention. Okay, I will leave you for a minute because I need to open my dryer. It's beeping like crazy and I will take a quick bathroom break. Please see you soon. I'm back and we are on page 133 in 1 hour. This will take a long while. Okay, to be fair, a lot of the later pages are just little gifs. John, look at monitor. Okay, suburb version. Suburb client is running. A suburb host user is attempting to connect with you. Client has established connection with host. Press enter when ready. John, check pester jump window. Table therapist CC began pestering ectobiologist. At 17.8. It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try to connect. Wow, okay, but I just got the most awesome present. The rabbit? So sweet! I've heard tales of the sweatshirt creature often. Its homo which legend is practically asunder in the fold of my personal mythology by now. Aha, what? Why don't we focus on the matter at hand? Oh, the game. Okay, I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here? You are running the client application. I am running the server, so I am the host user. I have established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game. Oh, okay then. Why don't we get started? John, press enter. Okay. I hope the music isn't too loud now. Oh, I can also make it a little better now. I love the thing that it's doing with loading bottles such at 2000 thing. Yeah, this song is a leitmotif for Homestuck. Really. Yes, this is a brief version. It stops before it gets really good. Okay, let's move on. Mouse over the interface buttons. Select, revise, deploy, Fornalia registry, with cage, explore, S&M, alchemy excursus. Yeah, those are the only things that we can mouse over. TT, select magic chest. TT, zoom out. Now we can see the whole house. TT, drop chest. Oh no, it will. No, it won't fall, just on the roof. Wow, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls. Is my magic chest on the roof now? Yes. I will try to be more careful next time. Yeah, when I first saw this, I was like, okay, why is the subword game like reality breaking Sims? Then I was told that in Homestuck there will be a lot of things that will be, what did just happen, why did this just happen, and yeah, you will see. John, get the card. This universe had word laws. It factually, I think they exist in some kind of video game, I think. You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Sylladex. You can now opt for either the stack or queue modus anytime. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful Abaddon. It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You are relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof, or also shit you threw out the window for that matter. TT, select stuff in yard and move it back to room. Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me? I'll give it a shot. Thanks. No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the player. TT, select John. You cannot select a player. John abjures a meddlesome cursor. TT, select Bunny. TT, put the bunny back in the box. John is laughing about that. He's so cute. TT, revise room. Now it's just bigger. Hey, the calendar moved. And the poster. This wasn't that big earlier, I have the feeling. Open Fornalia registry. TT, deploy totemless. John, examine totemless. You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it looks neat. TT, open quest cage. Not much there yet. It seems expanding the dimensions of you coaster some build quest. I would freak between cursor materials and my room start moving everything around. I mean, at least John is with his friend at the Pester Charmant camp. He can explain everything. But deploying the last did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game. Wow, okay, what do they do? I think it's up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently. How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun. I don't think you can as a client. You will need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I'm running both on my computer right now. What? Did you get another envelope in the mail? No. Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you will be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it? Oh man, I think I might know where it is. There, yes, in the car. Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the range of the cursor and I can reach the items, which You threw out the window for some reason? Good idea. What have you been doing in here all afternoon anyway? I was fussing with my retarded Zoladex. But I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use? I like to use trees. Oh no, that sounds so awkward. It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they are elegant. John, stand in corner. And the items are back. TT, deploy Quickstruder. TT, deploy Alchemitter. These are so big. Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Yes, 2 more large smooth. Sweet. What is this with all these big contraptions? If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card-based alchemy. Huh? To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in this game? That remains to be seen. Maybe you should go investigate? John, get PDA. Serious business. Yeah, you can look at his stats. And I really love the nicknames of them. Pipefan 413, Greyslack 66, well-pressed attire, Office Erkin 1280, too busy for this. This is just, I just love the names of these gentlemen. You grab the PDA, switching back to stack mode so it is readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clone wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe? So I guess the performing arts must be pretty serious business after all. John, install PastaChum. This should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on your jumps while you wander around the house. Yeah, PDA is something. Some of the younger ones of you maybe don't know this anymore, but it was kind of the stuff that we had before smartphones. And it kind of pretty much was like a little PC in your pocket, but it couldn't do much. John, go out to balcony. Hey, I'm out on the balcony now. I'm messaging for my dad's PDA. The one you threw into the yard? No, I'm telling you. It jumped out of my Cylidex like a frightened weasel. What were you doing with it in the first place? I'm not sensing a lot of regard for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself? What? No. Those were all accidents. Please take your spicobabblery elsewhere, miss. Your bathroom is a mess. Did you do that too? Oh man, see, this isn't cool. All this snooping nonsense. There's a cake in the toilet. Yes, there is. I'm tempted to clean it up for you. Okay, if that will satisfy your word OCD complex, then go ahead. My obsessive compulsive disorder complex, can a disorder also be a complex? In your case, probably. Sounds complicated. Anyway, I'm going to have a look at this enormous platformy thing you put on the balcony. John, examine Alchemitter in a cautious manner. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you just decide to stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. John looks through telescope. It is a clear sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report, at least not beyond the walls of your own home. TT, grab the soiled toilet. Oops. Oops, what? What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate? No, I have it under control. You can keep playing with your telescope. John, investigate. Arg, I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you have go look at the Quickstruder? The what? The thing I put in your living room. John, hop down the hover. You jump down to the utility room. John, get sledgehammer and card. You take the sledgehammer and the captulo card, combine the two and quickly apply it to your strife specibus. You think it's cool that things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. It looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. John answered chum. Okay, this time it's Garden Gnostic. Garden Gnostic TT began pestering ectobiologist EB at 1725. John, did you get my package? Oh hey, no, not yet. Darn, are you sure? It was in a green box. Oh yes, but it is my dad's car and he's still out at the store. He should be back soon. Wait, so what are you up to today? I'm up to my neck in the suburb stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house. Lol. What suburb? Oh, it is his game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring out. Wow, what was that? What was what? There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion. Wow, really? I will go outside and look. Oh man, alright, but be careful, okay? I will. Garden Gnostic ceased pestering ectobiologist at 1728. John, might as well check out the Crookstruder. Yeah, we are still in the setup phase, by the way. And we see this was already 1 month of the comic. Joe Pestalok. Oh hell no, you put the thing in front of the door. There's a door there. Yeah? I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely into that groove. You mean you thought it was elegant? Okay, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there now? Please. He's breaking everything. Oh, fuck. John, examine wheel on the Crookstruder. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid, but you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. Not the top. Put bathtub in driveway. The tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted. God. This looks like the sim house that someone messed with. John, scold TT. You can see me, right? Tell me what is wrong with this picture. Sorry, I keep losing the wireless signal. Must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of kin and division once already this evening. Aha, yeah, I hear you. Yes, cake, jesters, unfaltering laugh and support. Quite a road to hoe there. So I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services about your situation. I know. What about going outside? Maybe you could catch a neighbor signal. That presents the same problem, although it's raining, remember? And dark. It's dark already? Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the east coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones. Haha, okay. Also, Check, I'm glad to see you have fun with the jokes. John hit Crookstruder with sledgehammer. Need some help? TT, pick up sledgehammer. Well, flashing. Hope nobody's photosensitive here. Yes, that's one way to describe time zones. Oh look, it's a 4:30. What is this thing? And what is that clock counting down to? I've been looking at the game fact walkthroughs to figure some of the stuff out. Hold while I read further. Okay, all of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point. Weird. Well, I mean it is a new game too. Now that the lid is off, you will need to extrude some cuisine. John, turn wheel again. You extrude one cuisine dough. Oh good, it's not flashing that badly anymore. John, get cuisine. Show Pastelog. I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped under the cuisine now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you're going to need this card too. TT, deploy pre-punched card. Oh no, it's flashing again. John, get card. A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. Yeah, one of the arms is off. I mean, it was a fake arm anyway. John, capture fanciful Harlequins. You take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless freight pushes your PDA to the last card. You then switch to the Q mode so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck. Yeah, the Harlequin doll is pretty maimed now. Show Pastelog. This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something. That is probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written. Okay, well, you are the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also, fix my bathroom. TT, drop named Harlequin into kernel sprite. And we have an animation. The kernel sprite has been prototyped with the Harlequin logo. I still can't understand the thing gobbledygook. That was only one tier 1 prototyping. There's still another tier to the prototyping process, which for all we know merely advances this entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics. The clock is ticking. We don't have time for the asinine tomfoolery. This unmitigated poppycock? Extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you are typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thingy. The alchemitter? Try to learn the lingo. John, use pre-punched card with the alchemitter. There's no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the alchemitter. The kernel sprite followed you upstairs. TT, explore Athenaeum. Acquiring a crooked dowel seems to have populated the Athenaeum with one item, a perfectly generic object. It's very generic, yes. John, Captuloke telescope. You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows, it might be useful. But more importantly, it pushes the Crooksett to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard over the neighbor's fence. John, put Crooksett on word pattern on alchemitter. You place a Crooksett dowel on the alchemitter small pedestal. Something is happening. Stop letting it flash like this. You set the alchemitter to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build twist. These things look completely useless. What a waste! Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. John, switch modus and use telescope to inspect sky. You switch back to stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the kernel sprite seems particularly agitated about it. 3 minutes and 10 seconds and there's a meteor coming down. You are no astronomer, but its trajectory looks especially head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. John, high five kernel sprite. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. John, attempt to ingest a unit of build quest. It is tempting because they strongly resemble rocking blue Websbury gushers. However, units of build quest are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I am working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build quest. TT, revise bathroom. He can't get in. Why is the toilet outside? Dad's so confused. John, run to your room and contact TT through Pester Jam. 2 chumps have been trying to message you. John, answer chumps. I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build quest. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house. I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game? I don't know, maybe. What do I do? I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs rarely suggest an impending threat before the end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, I think, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, the dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable. Wow, fascinating! As a meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed and try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the last. It says you can use a card on it, but isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it is a labor to read the scribble. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar, while I blow spit bubbles in a high chair. I think I will write my own walks too. That is, after we make sure you don't die. John and Gotthard began pestering the biologist at 1734. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you. In my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beaterly sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-tolerant douches had their mitts on the bunny before you. It's like a grubby bacon in the mute douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Subway and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house. Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty birds and their snarky horseshit altogether. Hello, Deluxe. And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky. Heading right for my house. Oh man, how big is it? I dunno. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the earth isn't blown up, like the size of Texas, or just Rhode Island. They are always doing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale like it really means anything to us. But it's like it doesn't matter, it's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah, how big is it? Is it the size of Texas, sir? Oh shit. Oh, how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah, well, it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh shit. Anyway, later. John, use pre-punched card and totem lass. You slip the pre-punched card into a slot on the totem lass. Above, the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just see something to lass. Or lace? They don't know. John, take the totem lass. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the crucible you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway leery of your dad, who is presently passing over the new fixture in his hallway. The perfect crime, I mean, but the grunt is still there. You retrieve the crucible. Dad just trucks and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. John, use crucible on totem lass. You clamp the crucible in the lass. John, activate lass. The lass carves one totem. You take the totem. Alright, I used the lass to make this blue shapy thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemist again. Hello? Thank you, therapist is no longer connect. Connection lost. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Now he can't even get out of his room. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power along with a wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to re-establish a connection somehow. This young lady named, it's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Yeah, the Wi-Fi is always a problem. And she is Flighty Road. No, that wasn't it. One more time. Rose Lalonde. Ah, finally I can say your name. Your name is Rose. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity. Also, your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the bestially strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess. And on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Rose, retrieve arms from the purple box. The purple package contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Rose, whistle like a flagellum and puke on your bed. Ugh, what a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach. Rose, stroke writing journal and mutter, my precious. You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only. Rose, get the violin. You capture the violin, stowing into the root card of your Sylladex. Rose, play a haunting refrain on the violin. Time for music. waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills here, sweetheart. Thanks for playing Rose. John, tell if Tyler you love her before impact. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of that stubborn blue-collar salt of the Earth's father. Then he would fall into your arms for consolation. You would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Rose, capture Loke knitting supply bag. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin. Further 3 modus alphabetic sorting method. K comes before V. Rose, look out window. Yeah, pretty much. Oh god, Flutulu. I just see this the first time. Sometimes you really have to look at the background. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jasper, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erect with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your usefully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least that is how you have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house, perhaps if you seek higher ground. Rose, get laptop. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journeys through the house. L, V, and then L, K. Yes, this is how it works. How do you say this in English? I only know it in German. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Solidex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other 2 items comprise the leaves. K comes before L, V comes after L. Yeah, and up here you can see how the tree modus works. Rose, examine book on desk. Grimoire for summoning the zoologically dubious. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. Rose, take book. You take the grimoire. G comes before L, G comes before K. Rose, go explore the house. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there's no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is a way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You will have to watch your step. Both tiptoe to observatory. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. Both sneak by. Look at her, all suspicious. But I love this flash of her mother's shadow. Look at it again. Ha! This was just a shoo-poo. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. Rose goes through door. The door opens to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Also, things you'll do to help out a friend. Rose, hurry up to that observatory. Rose, try to connect. You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. Rose, see what you can observe. You are in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the cloud. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead. You are not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting. Both stack laptop and grimoire to maximize elevation. Greater than, less than. Okay, this is exactly the same as in German because this is how we use them in a mess way. This has to be the latest I've been furnished in my head, at least. Yeah, you missed all the important world building, dear, but please enjoy the last half hour of reading. Well, stock laptop and grimoire to maximize elevation. You need every advantage you can get. Both access laboratory Wi-Fi network. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strengths. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and we can connect to the game with John. And we are back. Yeah, we just saw game facts. I love game facts. I still use it. There's some of the best text-written guides. Oh, only 40 seconds left. I'm back. Hurry up and open my door. Not that it even matters. I think I'm probably dead, no matter what. Patience, you still haven't used the new totem. I believe it will create the item on the punch card. So what is it, like an apple or something? What good will it even do? We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an eggy-looking thing. Sick. Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it? According to the Athenaeum, it is a free item. They speak to its importance, in my view. Now off you go. Both remove door from hinges. There goes the rest of your build quest. Both put Buster back. You probably should have just done this in the first place. John, take totem to Alchemitter. Got to get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this. Both remove blocks. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Fornalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. John, take a bite of apple. This is the end of Act 1. Oh, you haven't even heard the best songs yet. Years in the future, but not many. Oh yeah, we are doing this now. A wayward vagabond records a stuttering step in the sun-bleached dust. This character will be a little important, so remember him. Act 2. So, this is a walkthrough of Rose. Caveats and condolences. I'd be inclined to dispense with the trite even under less pressing circumstances. Needless to say, Alfor was an inscrutable escape banner which typically heralds the striking freefall of these documents. I'd also resist the urge to brandish any copyright marks as a particular neurosis that concerns itself with the theft of the utterly mundane. I'll allow other deranged prospectors to stake claims on the worthless plots as the wood burns around them. My introduction will be sparse. There will be no majestic prose, blustering into the sails of a galleon as we embark on this voyage together. Nor will there be any ham-fisted prose whipping its limb under a bedsheet like a retarded ghost, for that matter. I won't set the stage or dim the lights. The mood, you will see, will be set soon enough. Since you are reading this, chances are you have installed this game on your computer already. If this is true, like many others, you have just participated in bringing about the end of the world. But don't beat yourself up about it. There was never anything you could have done to prevent it. The end is happening right now as I type and as you read. I have come to understand that we were always doomed to our collective ignorance and no further doomed by those few who know and struggle to flee. If you are lucky, you'll be among the smaller subset of the latter who are successful. What I mean is, while that game you installed is just one more grinding slab of rock sealing our planet script, it is also your only hope to live. I am presently faced with the same conundrum as you, and though I speak with more experience, my own outcome is far from assured. I will play the game as much of it as there is to play and record my findings here. If you want to live, you will do as I instruct. My condolences, TT. There's something under the bed. And behind the door. So I'm pretty sure we are not on Earth anymore. The kernel divides. The two halves go their separate ways, leaving behind this bright portion. Boy. What is left of the bright undergoes a mysterious transformation. For a moment you thought you heard someone say boy as if whispered in the periphery of your awareness. It was probably just your imagination though. You there, boy. Click this. To walk around, use the mouse, arrow keys or V, W, A, S, D keys. Click on various objects to open command menus for them. Outstanding flash programming by Alex's include Banker. Yeah, we can walk around here now. Let's see, the door was somewhere here, I think. Boy opens the door and walks through it. Can we click anything? I detest this. Disregard it. Can we go here? What is done down here? Proceed, boy. Open this. Your dad's room is still locked. Go in there now. This is a bathroom. The plumbing appears faulty. Man roasted such a piss poor job of fixing the bathroom. It would almost certainly be a mistake to try to use the toilet. You could just go pee over the edge of the cliff. Yeah, if you need to. Your plumbing appears faulty. You already had this. Let's go down. Leave at once. I'm not fond of the smug fellow. The man, the myth, the legend. What do you have up your sleeves there, Anderson? Look at that poker face. He's not telling a soul. No, go back. Okay, can we go down? We can. No, 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 keep moving. This figure really doesn't like the harlequins. Why does a small man stand here? This harlequin is always ready to serve you with illumination, whether you are reading a book or just enjoying a nice pipe. What is this meaning of this rubbish? Okay, even you have to admit, this one's pretty funny. It's a pie tin. A small desert tray? Useless. In retrospect, this was pretty funny when your dad piped you like that. Gotcha again by the old man. Can we click on the sprite? What's that? Well, pay no mind to this filth. What is he even doing there? Playing with a ball or something? Clowns are stupid. Yeah, I was clicking on something else. Topple this urn immediately. That would be disrespectful to your nana. You just won't do it. Or not intentionally, at least. You consider that it is fortunate. She is no longer around. To witness his sorrow. On the other hand, you would probably benefit from elderly wisdom now. Can we go into the kitchen? You there, boy. What? This way, through the door like you see in a cowboy saloon. Ooh, what's happening here? Pekin bowl of goo. Wherever your dad went, he seems to have left in a hurry. For all his absurdities you have to put up with, you sure wish he were here right now. The book is too big for a young stupid boy. Colonel Sassacus is your favorite book, almost as favorite as Wise Guy. They are both your favoritist of all time. Examine this artwork. Wow, bad. Your dad was so proud when you do this. He hung it up immediately and it stayed there ever since. That was 1 week ago. John, you need to work up your art skills. This is a telephone, boy. Use it. The phone doesn't work. Can we go? Open this door now. Boy, listen to me, boy. His name is John. Your name come pop. There's no time for laundry. You're right. Thank you for being sensible about it. Open these and rifle through them for goods. You don't give a shit about what's in there. Probably nothing you'd be inclined to use now anyway. Exit, boy. Ponder lawn amusement. Your childhood nemesis, the spring-mounted pogo ride sadly was not swallowed by the void. It will have to wait another day for its counterparts. The swing set, no. Boy, engage the mangled trapeze display. Looks like your swing set is toast. You will have fond memories in a moment of sorrow. Just a cliff. Normally there's not really an end to this walkabout, but you can go around and find stuff, and when you are done you just click to go to the next page. It's making me think of it's me, boy, I'm the PS5. Oh god, this beam, I never got that really. Can we look at the window? Oh no. Shit, I refreshed the page. Okay, let's just go where we were. I didn't want to refresh. This happens sometimes with these walkabouts. It's really easy to I might have to start over. But because there's no progression in these and normally so. But I think we have seen everything here, so let's go back to the living room. Move this up so edge and exit your house, boy. This thing weighs a ton. You'd honestly be surprised if the game cursor could lift it, or at least not without a significant expense of grist. Of all the places for woes to drop the infernal thing, more than ever you feel what's the word you're looking for, of course. House trapped. Use these to reseal that opening there. If only putting the lid back on the crookstuder would undo all it's done. Alas, Pandora's tube has been opened. Still a lump of soup for future use, boy. That stuff was really dirty and you don't want it. Besides, you have it on good authority that a significant portion of it is comprised of asbestos. Destroy the diminutive soldiers of merriment. It hardly seems worth it to go to the bother. You doubt you could get much for them at the garage sale even. Maybe a grubby palm of pennies and a kick in the nuts for the whole lot of them. Is there another room that we can look at? I think these were all the rooms. Just wondering while it's showing me that there will be music. Oh hey, wait, we weren't in John's room yet. So this is room. Investigate this device. TT John, are you there? It seems you are still connected to the internet. Rose is trying to get in touch with you. You will reply in a moment once you have fully assessed your situation. Observe this box. The bunny is not in the box. I said the bunny is not in the box. Why couldn't the bunny be in the box? The towel. You there, boy. What? Boy looks through this window. At least your tire swing remains unmolested. A tree without a tire swing is like a house without a surrounding neighborhood, you guess. Inspect this ghastly man and his boy. Red Savage has a punchable face. Your hair is more like a talented young actor's face who you would want to hang out with if you got the chance, and also if you're not a fully grown man now. Anyways, the sort of monsters lurking in your house scares the shit out of you, which is why this movie is so awesome. But the fact that those monsters could also be your best friend is what makes it doubly awesome. Okay, I don't think we should interact with every single poster. Let's interact with the commode. Can we do this? There's a note. Boy, listen to me, boy. His name is John, you nincompoop. This funny mentality, you should ignore it. Just looking at the cover cracks you up. What a great book. Harry Anderson is your hero, and Mike Caveney's glowing treatment of the man does him every bit of justice. You'll have to give this another read soon. This huge sewing machine, of what use is it? The punch card seems to contain the instructions for carving a totem of a certain shape. You guess maybe other punch cards will produce different shape with burst further exploration. Yeah, I think we have seen everything. Did we look out of the window? Yeah, we did. Well then, let's move on. Boy, quit all this going around. For the last time, this boy's name is John. Fine, John, return to your quarters. You go back up to your bedroom, tiptoeing around this word petroleum-based sludge. Now, John, respond to your friend unit. John, are you there? Tentacle therapist is now an idle chum. Hey, yeah, I'm here. And not that, I think. I know. I've been watching you scramble through the house like a lunatic. You should have answered me sooner. Oh man, sorry, I was looking around for my dad and I can't find him anywhere. Have you seen him? No, I'm sure he'll turn up. We have more important things to address right now. Yeah, like, where am I? I don't know that either, but I've determined the neighborhood was destroyed by the meteor. Wherever you were transported, it saved you from the impact. I've been reading reports in the news. Over the last few days, there have been many smaller meteor collisions with people's homes around the world. And they seem to be getting bigger. Yours was the biggest they've identified so far. Wow, okay, then. I guess if this is all the game's doing, then the point is for us to save the world? Perhaps. Then we better get moving and figure this game out. Yes, but wait. We should retrieve your PDA yet again. It will help to keep tabs on each other while you investigate. I think I can get you closer to it if I can replenish our grist supply somewhat. There may be a way to recycle some that we already used. Okay. I'll meet you out on the balcony. Wait, Rose, one thing. What? You never ever wished me a happy birthday. Hello? I was working on something to send you, but I was running late with it. I didn't want you to think I believed meager well wishes alone would suffice for the occasion. That said, happy birthday, John. Haha, oh geez, that is silly. Anyway, thanks. First, take the fabric item on the floor there. The towel? Why? Oh well, you are the boss. You capture lock the towel. What now? Do as the purple text says. To the balcony. John makes his way to the balcony per your awkwardly worded request. Wait, take that blue wobbly thing. You whimsically decide to capture lock the totem that was used to create the apple tree earlier. John, recycle the grist as was dictated by your cohort. John cannot do anything with the grist as of this moment. That is up to the supper player. I see. Yes, that will suffice. Both delete the perfectly generic object. 6 units of built grist are restored to your grist cage. Both expand the grist to drag a new plank from the balcony in the direction of the PDA. John, run across precarious platforms swiftly. John, isn't you yourself that? It's a long way down. Boy, I said make haste on the narrow catwalk. John is very nervous about the idea, and the strident tone of your commands is starting to make him a little upset. Fine, proceed as your level of comfort dictates. Slowly, very slowly. You cautiously walk within range of the PDA. Rose retrieves it. Now take it. You grab the PDA, launching one of the harlequin figurines into the night. You can kiss that one goodbye. Just one error comment will suffice, thanks. It looks like you are not the only one trying to locate your father after the disaster. Let's see. Thank you all. Report. Most heads removed from danger. Ties next. Federal Freak, you are in our thoughts, along with Pipefan 413 and his invisible collection of pipes. Good luck, Federal Freak. Leverage as many heads as is practical. Neighboring house struck by flaming projectile and light of fire hazard evacuating house of all expensive garments. Status of health, wardrobe, submitting inquiry of concern over cataclysmic event, Pipefan 413, reply. These boring men are uninteresting. John, are you okay? You seem a bit tentative. I'm fine, I guess. Since I got here, I feel compelled to do these weird things I don't really want to do. By some kind of voice that I can't really even hear. I don't know. It is hard to explain. Perhaps the early symptoms of an anxiety disorder like post-traumatic stress? Yeah, maybe, who knows? Well, if you compel yourself together, there are a few more things we should try, like prototyping the kernel thread again if possible. We should hurry, a laptop battery won't last forever. Okay, I will go back inside. No, don't do that, hop off the sledge, onto the car. What? No, that sounds incredibly dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 errors. Now you are just being a pest. Which kernel thread did you just tumble out of anyway? Who are you? Yes, in the future, but not many. I would say this is the perfect place to stop. So, I hope you had fun. I will see if I will keep reading next week or if we are doing something else. I'm still deciding. I kind of want to do every other week. And let's save our progress. Yes, thank you. Thank you for joining me. We got to 271 pages. There will still a lot more to come. But we got quite a bit. We got through quite a bit. We got through Act 1 and we are in more world building parts. But of course we are finally in the suburb game session. It will all come to you in time. Okay then, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a good day or a good night and see you next Sunday.